Okay. So yeah, again, learning Talend really easy, but thing is you must need to spend at least 1 or 2 hours for doing a practice, because it's a tool. Again, I'm repeating it. It's a tool. If you do practice, then only you will remember that, or else you will forget. So, uh, so data warehousing concepts and ETL concepts, I will be explaining that once after this one, after 4 or 5 sessions, we will discuss the data warehousing concepts and ETL concepts. ETL concepts, again, ETL concepts is same across all the ETLs, as well as data warehousing concepts also same across all the ETLs. But the difference here is I will speak about Talend ETL, the best practices in Talend ETL, the code reviews in the Talend ETL, that things and all will be covered. So this is, I think, you guys able to see my screen, right? Let me check audience view. Yeah. So this is the Talend environment. I'm just saying start now. It looks like Eclipse. If you guys know Java, then you can feel the GUI. So it looks like Eclipse. This is the place where you will create your jobs, where you will run your job, where you will see your logs, and everything will be done in the same console. There is no separate consoles for designer, workflow designer, mapping designer, like that. So there's only one place where you can play with the Talend, where you can create your Talend jobs, ETL jobs, and where you can create your ETL solutions. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
So this is the place. Okay. And if you observe, this is the left side. Left side is a place called repository. There you will create your job, where you can scan your metadata, like where you can scan your table schema, file schema. Schema is nothing but metadata, table metadata. In Talend we call it as schema, nothing but metadata. So the repository is the place where you can create your job, where you can import your table definitions, flat file definitions, like nothing but the column names and the data types and metadata, length, pressure, scale, and everything. And here is the place where you can upload your documents as well. For your suppose you are creating a job, you just created a design document or a release document or whatever it may be. So you wanna attach the document with the Talend. You can attach from here. If you go to metadata, you can scan all these database, all these sources. It will support DB connection, almost all the databases which is available in the market. You can use this DB connection for source as well as target. Very simple to learn and work with this Talend. Don't compare it with Informatica. Informatica will have a set of rules. So you have to create a ODBC connection, you have to create a JDBC connection, and you have to create a connection for importing source metadata, and you have to create a separate session, separate ODBC for, ODBC or JDBC for running a session. So here it's a bit different. Once after the 4 to 5 sessions, you will be getting a clear picture what is the difference between Informatica and Talend. So just for time being, just forget about Informatica. Don't compare the Informatica with Talend. So I will tell you the situation, when the situation comes, that time I will tell you how this Talend is, how can we compare the Talend with Informatica and all. I will be there and I will explain you. Okay. So let's start with so you have any questions, any queries, any doubts, like you guys want more information?
Yeah, Mahesh, you're saying Talend Open Studio you're comparing with Informatica. If it is a local, this Open Studio, it runs one JVM process, right? You generate a jar file, and when you run a job, that basically is a Java job, right?
Yes. Java code.
But in Informatica, you run in PM Informatica server,
Yes.
which runs which can span multiple sessions also, right?
Yes.
Like parallel.
Yes.
Here it is only only one thing, or like no parallelism.
No.
Parallelism can be achieved or not in Open Studio.
The performance Open Studio, like Open Studio is installed one box only. You cannot install that in a multiple boxes. You cannot. I mean, the server and the client both will sit in the same place.
Right.
Okay, but if you go
So
for
Open Studio, you can't have multiple parallel processing. Yesterday you created file to file, right?
yes,
So you have like a 100 million records in a file.
okay.
Obviously you're running it one. If you want to parallelize it, like split, okay, first like 1 million
So
records.
you are speaking about this partitioning.
Yeah, partitioning kind of thing in Informatica is what is not available
Open Studio.
in
It's not
Talent
available.
regular open.
It's not available in Open Studio.
But is it available in the Enterprise Edition?
Yes, yes. Enterprise Edition. In Enterprise Edition, you have partitioning. You have parallelism.
So where is you have extra components there, or is it a
Yeah.
part of a server?
No, it's extra component is there.
Okay, only when we have that one we can see that. So when you say 900 components, this is 900 components are Open Studio components, or
Yeah, mostly some around 800 change. Only 100, only five or some 50 to 60 components are extra in this Enterprise Edition.
so what? Okay, those components.
I will cover that. I will cover that at the end of the class.
Okay.
So basically, most of the companies will use Open Studio. The developers will use Open Studio, but when they move to Enterprise Edition, then only slight changes they will do to increase the performance and all. So they will do some small changes. Like there is a component called parallelize. There's a component called synchronize, and there's a component called partitioning, key range. Like that, there is a partitioning algorithms are there. So that and all will come after finishing the coding.
Okay.
Yusuf, uh, Yusuf is
I'm
saying,
here.
yeah. I saw your message saying you are not able to hear me. Okay.
Yeah,
Now fine, right?
sometimes.
Now fine, right?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah. Okay. This is how about the talent. So any queries, any questions apart from this?
So yesterday you were discussing that file thing. I was trying that thing, and I don't know how I have like two tables, one PostgreSQL and one MySQL. I'm trying to connect two columns. How do you do that?
No, so that and all will come as in advanced concept. So you went directly to the expression, right? Expression in the expression you can do a concatenation. We're asking about the
Okay.
concatenation, right? We'll see. We'll see. I will explain everything. No worries, Rajendra. I will be covering everything. So first we need to learn the basics. How to play with
Okay.
talent. That's important. Once you are familiar with
Right.
playing with the talent, then we can achieve all this
Right.
in a fingertip. It's easy. Okay. I will be there. I will explain. No worries.
Okay, and also when you by in this class, when you are creating a job, you are developing on Windows, right, in one folder.
Hmm.
So where is that physical folder? What is the folder structure that is created? Can you, like, after you creating a job, can you show me where this getting created in each folder, the jar file or whatever, like the repository? I want to see the repository
Okay.
in the file system.
Yeah. Basically, if you create a talent project, that will be created in the place called Workspace. So while let me show you that. So switch project. Chiranjeevi and Shiva, I'll be sharing you the software. After the session, we'll sit and we will make the talent software available in your machine. Okay.
Okay, Mahesh.
Yeah, I will share you the software and all, so that we will today we'll sit and we will try to make the software available in your machines. Even Yusuf also have some issue. So see, this is the place, D drive and Talent Workspace. The place where you where this file structure you are asking about the repository and all, right? This is the place workspace where the Talent will create its file structure. Let's see for these particular projects. If I go to the D drive, and if I say workspace, one second, sorry, D drive. There you go. Talent workspace, right? Talent workspace. See, this is the place where it will create a its metadata and it will store the entire information about the project and uh, project and repository details.
So for each project, one folder.
Yes. Suppose yesterday we created a project called Yusuf, right? So this is the project folder. You open this and you can see all these details. So metadata will come and sit here. File, Excel or something, file positional and these things. So if yesterday we created file delimiter, now I can see the EMB file item. You open this in the Notepad++ and I can see the metadata of that particular file. This is how it will create. Employee number, employee name, salary, length, HRA, length, version, scale and everything. So basically it was maintaining the repository in a file system. One second guys, one second please. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. So okay. So we'll see this in later. So this is the place. If you have the first thing we have, what we have to do is we have to create a project, and once the project is created, you can choose it from this particular list. If I say create, and you have to give the project name first. Once the project name you have, if you give project name and say finish, you can see the project name in this list. Just select the appropriate project and say open. So the project is the place where you can create all your jobs, all your ETL solutions for that particular client, and that will be created in one second. Okay, so yeah, so this is the Talend Open Studio. So first we learn how to scan a metadata from file, table and all. I think it's boring to you guys because you guys already know Yusuf and Rajendra, you guys already know this, but we will do that again. So remember the steps. So uh, so first of all we'll go to metadata and we'll do a scan from the tables. So how to scan from a table? I mean database connections. Just go to metadata and you can see the list of source and target connections that you can create. Metadata scanning place. So right click on the DB connection. Right click on the DB connection and say create connection. Okay. So right click on the DB connection and say create connection. Now just give a name. If you want to connect to the Oracle, or just say just give the appropriate name to remember. I'm just saying MS SQL. I have MS SQL installed in my machine. MS SQL localhost. I'm just saying MS SQL localhost as the name. You can give the name appropriate name, and after that you just select the DB type. Just after that you just click on the next button. You can give the description. You can give the purpose and all. After that you just click on the next button. Select the DB type. So basically, the Talend will support all these databases. Apart from this, if you want to connect to some other database which is not listed here, you can use the general JDBC or ODBC. Okay, using this connection you can connect to any database. See, basically it was connecting to the list of databases which are available in the market. So let me connect to the Microsoft SQL Server. So this is the place. This is the one I have to choose DB type, and I have to give all these details. I'm just saying login as SA, password, so server you have to give the IP address, or if it is local machine, you can type here as a local host. 1 second. So database, you have to choose the database wisely. Let me show the database in the same parallelly. So I have database name called Mahesh here, and schema is DBO. For MS SQL, the schema will be DBO. If you click on this check, the connection should be successful. So then only you can see that you have entered the proper values here. These are the details that we usually give to connect to the database, right? So that connections I gave here. After that, just click on this finish button. So now I can see that MS SQL localhost there is an arrow here. If you click on this arrow, you can see again there is a subfolder here. This is a main folder. You can see, you can feel it as a main folder, and there is a subfolder inside. Once this particular connection was created, click on that connection. Just select that connection. Okay, just select that connection. Right click and say retrieve schema. Retrieve schema is the place where you can scan your metadata from the tables. So you can use the tables for your source as well as your target. Okay, so let's see. So for time being, you just go blindly. Once after these 2 or 3 classes, you will be getting a clear picture why we scan and all. Okay, so click on this retrieve schema and say next. I can see the database here. If you click here, I can see the list of tables available in that particular database. So these are the tables I have in that particular database. Just select the data appropriate tables that you want, which table you want and all, or else you can select everything using the select all button. After just say next. Now I can see all the tables here and corresponding metadata also here. So if I say EMP underscore demo 123, I can see the employee number, employee name, job, salary, MGR, or something is there. So even I can edit, if you want, I can edit the length, I can edit the precision, scale and all. For database, we doesn't require to edit the length and data types because its database is already defined. right? I'm just showing you the tables which are available in this particular Microsoft SQL Server. So if you go to databases, I can see all these databases. I just connected to this particular database, Mahesh. And if I go here and I can see the tables here. These are the tables. In that particular list, I just scanned a few tables, like some 6 to 7 tables I scanned. So these are the tables I have. So it will scan only metadata, not the data. So if you click on this finish, now I can see the table definitions in this list. Is that clear to everyone or any confusions here? Once you open this Talend, okay, you can see the repository here. In the repository, there is a folder called metadata. In that metadata, you just go to DB connection and create a connection, and you can scan your metadata. What is the use of scanning metadata? We will discuss that. So first, we will learn how to scan a metadata.
So the metadata is actually it's all the databases, right?
Yes.
For all the databases. So, okay.
The same way, if I want to scan a metadata from a file, if I say a file, go to desktop and I will show you some files. Okay. I have some files here. These are the comma separated value files, CSV files. Let me show you some file which is available here. Yeah. If I click on this table file, so what is this file? I think you guys are aware of this file, right? What type kind of file it was?
Comma delimited.
Yeah, it's a CSV delimiter file, comma separated file, or you can say it as a delimiter file. Delimiter may be anything. So let me scan this file through Talend. Okay. I'm sorry. So I just came here. So this is the place where you can scan your file metadata, file delimited and file positional. So let me scan the file delimited. Again, right click, say create file delimited, and I'm just saying EMP. Click on next. Now you have to choose you have to browse for that particular file. So browse, go to the particular folder where that particular file is exist. It is in 12 AM and look up. So basically it was displaying only .csv files, only CSV files. If you want to scan this .txt file or some other file which having that delimited data, just select start. So it will give you all the list of files available in that particular folder. So I'm basically
Can't we create just a file, means without physical?
Yeah, we can.
Going.
Yeah, we can create.
Point.
We can create.
You can create.
Yes, we can. I'll tell you. I'll show you. Okay. So first we'll learn the scanning. So this is the file I want to scan. So I'm just selecting this, and I said open. Now I can see the data here. So by seeing the data, we can assume what is the delimiter and what is the row separator and what is the column separator and all. So click on next. Now here is the place we have to give all these details. So what is the field separator here? What is the field separator here? Each field was separated with comma, right? So I just selected comma. So basically it will come with 4 options, which is semicolon, comma, tab and space. If you want to give the customized one, just go to custom NSI. In the double quotes, within double quotes, you can give the delimiter dollar or something. If your delimiter is dollar, then you have to give like this. So in my scenario, it was comma, so I'm just selecting comma. Okay, and row separated. The complete row was separated with what? Slash n, new line, right? So it was already selected. If you want custom, you can just custom. You can use a custom string. Okay. Now, do we have a header for this particular file? Yes, right? So I'm just saying set heading row as column names. This option. I'm just checking this option. After that, I just refresh and see the preview. I can see the data like this. So this is how the data is going to capture from that particular file. I can see in a tabular format, right? Any questions or any doubts here? Anyone? Okay. So and we have some options here. We'll see that later. Skip empty rows option is there, so it will skip the row which is having the empty data. If the complete row is empty, then it will skip that row. Again, that's not all optional. Okay, that is all optional. And if you have a footer, you can select the footer. We will see this limit is there. So if you have a file with some 1 lakh records, but you want only 1000 records on top of it, you can choose the limit. You can, if I say 1000, only the first 1000 records will be read. Okay, so these are the options, extra options available. Say next, click on next. Talend will guess the metadata. It's not proper metadata. It will simply guess the metadata based on the data available in that particular file. Okay, what Talend will do is, it will simply check, suppose employee number, right? It will take some sample data. It will take some sample data from the file, like 5 rows or 6 rows, and it will guess the data type of that particular column based on the data available in that particular column. Suppose if the employee number is integer, why it came as integer? Because in the sample it found only integers, so it made it as an integer. In the employee name it said string because the employee name has some strings. So in the likewise it will guess the metadata. It will not be proper all the time. So you have to choose. You can change it by seeing your mapping specification document. Okay, for file if it is a file, if you are handling the file as a source, remember you have to change the metadata and you have to compare the metadata. Basically it will guess properly, sometimes it won't. So in that situation you have to choose, you can edit your metadata by coming here. You can select string or not. Okay, we have a it will support a lot of database data types. You can select appropriate data type based on your requirement. Once you are done with this, and just say finish. Now I can see that metadata here. I just scanned the metadata of a particular file. Why we need to scan a metadata for a file? Why it is really required? Because I'm just instructing the Talend. If you want to read that file, the data in the file is in this format. The first column is so and so. The length and precision scale of that particular column is so and so. So if you want to read that particular file, you just go like this. Like means just open a file and you just trying to find out the delimiter. The first delimiter is so and so. The row separator is so and so. Like that. I'm just instructing the Talend how to read the file. Okay, we'll see that. We'll see that in the same way we can scan Excel file, XML file, and all. So first we just scanned the EMP file, right? Let's create a small job to load a data from file to a table or table to file or something, or file to file, anything. Okay, so I'm just creating a job here again. Create job underscore some demo. Next. So once you created the job, then only this palette will get highlighted. If I close this, it will go invisible. Palette is not available. Once that job, here I can create a job, right click and say create job. Same way how I said for create, right click DB connection, right click file limited, no? The same way you have to click here and just say create a job. Okay, so I just created a job. Just double click on that particular job so that it will give you a place where you can create your jobs. This is the place where I can create my jobs. Okay, so I just scanned metadata from here, right? EMP or EMP file. Just click on this, select this and drag and drop it here. So it will give you the list of components which will use a delimiter as source or target. So these are the supporting components for delimiter. So first select T file input delimiter. Don't go for any others. Just select only T file input delimiter. So this is the component. This is the component will connect to the file and it will fetch the data from that particular file. If you double click and see, you can see the details here, like file name. Okay, so this is the file location, row separator, what is row separator, what is field separator, what is the header, and everything you can see here. If you click on this edit schema, you can see the metadata as well. You can see the metadata as well. Okay, so now, so this is the file where I can from where I can pull the data from the file. This is the T file input. The component name is T file input delimiter. T file input delimiter. Basically, the component names will start with T in Talend because most of the components will start with T. T map, T Oracle input, T Oracle output, or something. So remember the try to remember the component names. There are only 100 components. You will be easily remember this. So for delimiter, to scan a metadata from a delimiter, or to read the data from a delimiter, so we have to type, we have to choose, or else you can type here DLIMI delimiter. Sorry. Delimiter. So if I say delimiter, I can see T file input delimiter. Okay. If you go to output folder, there is a T file output delimiter. The same way you have to choose the proper appropriate component from here. Or else, this is one way. Or else you can type here directly DLIMI delimiter. T file input delimiter, T file output delimiter. This is input delimiter and output delimiter. Okay, forget. For few days, just go with my instructions, and later on we'll once you guys are familiar with this, and we will discuss about how to how to do a shortcuts, how to create a how to work with the Talend in a full-fledged manner. And all we'll see that later. So for timing, just concentrate on because it may confuse you. So it will make you uncomfortable zone. So don't go like that. I will be giving a proper instruction. We'll follow that. Okay. So now file delimiter is there. Now I wanna someone asked me a question like whether we can create our own metadata or not. Yes, you can create your own metadata here. Like file. Just take a component called delimiter file, delimiter input file, T file input delimiter, T file input delimiter. Now double click on this. You can give, now you can, if you, forget about this component, which is already metadata. We have metadata for the particular component. So I just selected a component here. I can choose my file name here. I can give a row separator. I can give a field separator. And if I go to this edit schema, click on this button called edit schema. It's blank now. You can create your own metadata from that particular file. Irrespective of, instead of scanning it from a file, you can do like this also. Is it answered your question? Hello, someone.
Hello. Yeah. Have a question. When I'm trying to understand T file input delimited, it is a component.
Yes.
What is it called?
T file input delimiter.
It is a component.
Yes.
Okay. So when we first created T file input, when we first creating metadata with an existing file, you never assign you never assign that to T file input delimited. Only when you're creating a job, you assigned this particular thing to T file, right?
Yes.
But if I don't have the file, you are already choosing T file input delimited. So what is the difference here? Like means the way you are creating metadata from an existing file and not from a, if I don't have the file, there is a difference, right?
Yes. Now, in Informatica, so we have two types of scanning a metadata from a file, right?
Mm-hmm.
One what we'll do, one we will directly go to that particular uh,
File
file and
input.
we'll scan. One more is create.
Yeah,
Create option is there. There you can create.
right.
The same way, if you want to do that in a Talend, you have to do like that. So you can scan a metadata from file, from this metadata place, or else you
Uh-huh.
don't want to create a, you don't have file, what you want to create, you can create. So basically, what you will do with that file? You are going to read a file, or you are going to write a file, right? I mean, you are going to write the data into file, or you are going to read the data from the file, right?
Okay.
So you have to use the particular component. There you can create. There is no place where you can create and store. So you have to create in the component itself. But in
Okay, so
Informatica, it won't allow
in
you.
this one, EMP, when you are creating, so what is EMP, what is the name? T file input delimited and underscore 2, right? So what is the name in the on the left hand side? Is it EMP point 1 or EMP file point 1? How do I see that?
No, this is blank. This is blank. It's not. It's not
It is
combined
a
with the
part
six.
of the job.
It's a part of job, but this,
Uh-huh.
no, don't get
Mahesh,
confused.
are you,
Don't
sorry,
get confused. Don't get
are
confused.
you,
I just
are you
drag.
taking, Mahesh, this is Yusuf, are you taking the T input as a source and T output as a target? Is that something like that? When you
Okay,
say
okay,
T
okay.
input,
So
is that
guys,
source?
I'm just. You guys are getting confused. So forget about the questions. I will answer to all your questions. No worries. So first 4 classes, just follow me. Really,
Okay.
really, I think you guys are getting confused. Okay. You will be
You're
getting
getting confused
answer to all your
with
questions.
informatics.
So first we'll do like a basics. We'll do as a beginner. I can answer your all. I can see what and all we have in Informatica. We can do everything in Talend, but we have to do some workaround, or we have to do straightforward, or it is more good than Informatica sometimes. Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Let me explain this very simply. Okay. I want to read a file. Best example. This is the file I want to read. So what I have to do? I have to use one component to read the file, right? So that component is delimited input component. T file input delimited component. What this component will do, it will go to this particular file. You have to choose the file, and you have to give the row separator, and you have to give the field separator, and you have to give the header, and you have to give the edit schema. Forget about the metadata. You doesn't know about this for metadata for time being. Okay. So if I want to read the metadata from a file, I have to choose this particular
But
component.
by default, it created a in.csv.
No, it's not default. It was giving an example. So what you have to fill. Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay. So yeah, the
Basically,
example is
basically it points to the workspace.
workspace and in.csv is the default one, or is
Uh-huh.
it like picking?
No, it's an example you can say. It will say you have to select the file like this and all. It's not default or
Okay.
something. It will come with all the components. On all the components, it will say in .csv only.
Ah, okay. That's what I want to know. Okay.
So now go to the particular folder and just try to select that particular file. But I cannot able to see the data, or I cannot able to see the metadata in that particular file. So you have to open that file, and you have to fill all this form, all this. Instead of this, we'll go and we'll scan the metadata from a file. Right? There are two ways. One will scan the metadata from file, or else one we will create our own metadata. Okay. Forget about this everything. So you don't know about this file and all. So you just learn only scanning metadata from a delimited file, and you learn how to scan a metadata from a table. That's it. Right? So now I just scan a metadata from a file, drag and drop it here. Just select the T file input delimited, save OK. Okay, I can see a component here. If I want to create output file again, just select this, type here as a delimited, and search for that particular component. Output T file output delimited. Okay, drag and drop it here, or else if you are familiar with the component name, you can type directly here DLIMI, and you have to select that particular component. Select T file output delimited. Okay, so I just selected this, and I want to move the data from this particular file to this particular file. Right click on the component, just select the icon of the component, right click, row, main to the target. This is how you have to connect.
Can you show me the how we are connecting? I am it's taking time for me when I'm practicing that. I'm not able to connect properly. So how do you do that?
Click on that particular icon.
Okay.
This is full set and this is the icon, right? Just click on that particular icon, right click now, row, main, row, main to the target, to the next component. Yeah, row main to the next component. Now double click on this particular target component and you have to choose where the file has to create, what is the row separator you are looking for, what is the field separator you are looking for, do you want a header in the target or not. So these options and all you have to give. So
okay, so if I want to see the EMP properties, how do I see that in the job EMP properties?
Double click on the particular icon. This is the EMP file properties.
Okay, property type repository. So EMP is what? T file input input delimited one, or how do I see that? It's not like that.
Come again?
Oh, T file input delimited one it is showing. Okay.
Yeah. Plus yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So what if I want to use EMP 0.0 EMP as output only? Can you give me an example? Like EMP to EMP, the names would be different. I want to give a different name. I don't want to create a T file output another file. I only have one file structure like source to target. How do I do that?
Rajendra, I will tell you everything, Rajendra. We just started.
Okay. No,
we just started.
The concept will be clear for me. Like if you define only one file and create source to target, and I think
no, this one itself we didn't complete it, right? That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry?
This one will itself we didn't complete it, right?
Okay.
So we will go one by one. That's what I told you. I will answer all your questions.
Okay, you can run
First, we are not at all started with basics. So we just finished the basics and we will go ahead and we'll do all the things whatever you are looking for. I can feel your curiosity, but again you have to remember there are 5 members are there with you. Okay, so everybody, if everybody familiar with this, and I will go deep dive. I'll go deep dive. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Everything will be answered. Everything will be answered. Okay, so for time being, I'm just saying choose the file as a source and I just choose the file as a target. So what I'm doing is I'm just reading a file and I'm writing a file into some other place. So we'll go here to the desktop or somewhere and I'm just saying 6am folder or something. I just choose here. I'm just saying emp underscore out dot csv. So this is the file I want to create in the target folder. I mean this particular folder I want to create this emp underscore out dot csv. You can give txt or whatever it may be. So row separator is fine for me. /n is fine for me. I'm just saying column separator. I mean field separator is $. I'm just reading a file which is having a field separator as comma. In the target, I'm just saying field separator is some what do you call $. I can give that. Okay, I'm just running this job. Now the component is fine. If you want to choose the properties of a particular component, you have to choose the component tab. If you want to run the job, just go to the run tab. We have a lot of tabs here. Context tab is there, job tab is there. So we'll discuss this later. So for time being, we just need to know component tab and a run tab. So now just select the run tab and click on this run button. So there are 11 records moved from source to target in 0.07 seconds. Now let's open that particular file and see whether particular folder and see whether the file is created or not. 6am. So this is the file. This is my target file. Just now I created with delimiter as $. Is it clear now or any doubts here? I just scanned source metadata, source file metadata, and I used a component called tfile output delimiter, and I connected the source to the target. It's a simple one-to-one. There is no filter. There is no nothing here. All the columns and all the rows from the source to target, it was simply moved. Is that clear to everyone or any doubts here? So if you observe here, I don't have a header for this particular. I don't have a header for this particular component. Any doubts? Any queries? Any questions? Any confusions? Hello, am I audible?
No,
Yeah, you are audible. That's fine.
Okay. So if I wanna header in the target, you can select this option. And if you run this, what Talend will do is not only Talend, any other ETL tools, it simply deletes the file and it will recreates. Right? If it doesn't select append option, always it's try to create a new file. See, I got a header now. Earlier I don't have header. Now I got a header. Okay, in the same way, I have option called append here. If I click on this append, it is going to add 11 more records to that particular file. So these are the basic properties which is available in all the ETL tools on this particular file as a target. Okay, if you go to the advanced setting, we have some other options here. You'll see this later. So first, for time being, this is the way you can scan a metadata from a file and you can write the data into the target. Is that clear to everyone or any doubts here?
clear to me.
Yeah. So now this is fine. Let me create one more job where I want to see the data from a table to file. Okay, I'm just saving this, and I'm just creating one more job here. I'm just saying table to file. Let me scan let me pull the data from a MS SQL table to a file. So I already scanned the metadata from a table. Click and say table view schema. Here I have some list of tables. I'm just selecting one table from here. Before that, I just go here and I'll see whether the data is available in a particular table or not. So this is the table, right? Basically, what I'm planning to do is I just wanna pull the data from a table to a flat file. So I just wanna pull the data from a table and I want to create a CSV file. Okay, let's see whether what is the data available. Yeah, I have data in this particular SCD table. Okay, EMP underscore SCD, which I already have scanned here. Oh, SCD underscore EMP, right? Let's check. SCD2 underscore EMP. Yeah, this is the file folder. A table. So now this is the tables already I scanned while creating this DB connection and all. So now hold this particular component and drag and drop it to here. So it was saying it particular table was particular metadata, you can use it for input, you can use it for output, you can use it for bulk execution, you can use it for all these components. So for time being, I'm just saying TMSSQL input, double click, simply click. So what this particular component will do is it's going to fire a query using these connections, host name, username, password and all. It's going to fire this query in the database. Select dbo dot scd2 underscore emp dot emp key, employee name, employee number and so on, so blah 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 things. Okay, we'll discuss about this particular component. So for time being, I'm just scanned it and I just drag and drop it to the designer console. Now file delimited. Sorry. T file output delimited. TLIMI. So I just want to select T file output delimited component. Place it here. Right click. Select the particular icon. Right click. Row. Main to target. right click, row, main to the target. Now I have to choose where the file has to create. I'm just creating the same, again the same 6am folder or something. So here I'm just giving the file name. You have to give the file name. I'm just saying emp underscore scd2 dot csv or txt, anything you can give. Save, open, and you have to choose the rows operator. And now I'm saying fields operator is comma, and I want the header to be included in the target. Now run this job. Connection details and everything I already provided, right? So in the same way, it will create a file here. So this is what the data I have in that particular database table. So this is what the data I have in this particular. So one is there 100 MAHKV something 1919120 something. So this is how you can pull the data from a table to file. If I want to load the data from file to table, so Rajendra asked a question. So how can I use this particular metadata for my target? You always showing it as a source. I want to make that particular component, I mean metadata for my target. So let's take an example of this same component, drag and drop it here, and you just select TMSSQL output for this. So now I have to choose a file. Let me take an example. Again, the file metadata should get matched. Suppose this is fine, right? This one is fine, right? So forget about the option what I selected now. So now let me scan that particular file. Already I have a file in this particular folder. Okay, let me scan this file. Right click, create delimited, emp underscore scd2, browse. So this is the file, right? Just now I created from the table. So this is the data I have in that particular file. Say next. Include other option is there, and delimiter is comma. Now refresh the preview and see the data. Say next. Finish. Now I have this here. Drag and drop it here. Select this as input delimited. What I did is I just created a file from the table to this particular file. Again, I'm just reading that particular file and I'm loading that into the target table. So now right click, row, main, yes. Now double click and see. So this now this component is target to me. TMSSQL is target to me. So what are all options I have? Action on table. Drop and create table. Create table. Create table if does not exist. Drop table if exists and create. Clear table and truncate table. If it doesn't select anything, the target table should be there. These are the action performed on a table, and this is action performed on a data, like insert else update, or something. Insert update else insert, like that. I'm just saying insert. Okay. Now run this job and see. So how many records I have here? Around some 12 records. Right? Now let me run this job. It's going to read the data from a file, and it's going to write the data into the table, scd2 table. Now let me query this table again. I got some 24 records. There are 12 records loaded from this particular file to table. Is that clear? Any doubts here? Maybe I confused. Any doubts here?
If there are column differences,
Column
the
name,
metadata, the name should be the same, or
your column name may, yeah, everything should be same.
okay. How do I see that mapping?
Mapping, that's what. You just click on this particular component, Okay, click on this particular component, go to edit schema. Click on edit schema and see the metadata here. That's it. Mapping automatically
Okay,
it will
but
do.
how is that mapped to SCD? Source to target mapping.
This is how.
Okay, can you show me that? This is what I'm looking for.
Go to the second component. This is the first
Okay.
component. This is the second component. Just go to the second component.
Second component.
Click on this edit schema. There is a place called edit schema.
Okay. Edit schema.
View schema.
View schema. Okay.
This
So
is how.
here EMP key is mapped to EMP, means by default it is
By
mapped
default,
to
yeah.
one to
By
one.
default, based on the names, it's mapped and it moves the data.
Okay.
So if you want to map by your own, we have a component. We'll go there. And that while coming to the component, I will explain. So for this is I mean, if you want to do one-to-one mapping, it should be same. Column name should be same.
So clarify one thing, means there is nothing like a column to column in Informatica comparing. You drag a column and keep a column here, right?
No.
This is only transformation wise you drag it, right?
Yes.
You don't do a column to column.
No. So for that,
Suppose if you want to, have to do, there is a one more component you are saying. There you set the properties, I guess.
Yes.
But there is no column to column, right? I just want to be clear.
No, it's basically doing a column to column, but in Informatica you can see the columns and you can drag and drop and you can connect like this, right?
Right, but here we can't do like that. That's
here you can do that. Means it's not like you cannot achieve that functionality. You can achieve it.
Yeah, I know you can achieve the functionality with some component you are saying, but generally the links, means graphical. I'm
links are not. Yeah, you cannot. I can't able to see.
Only component to component, right?
Yes.
Okay, so are these called components?
Yeah, components. Components. No,
So
forget about the component name.
This is a component here.
Yeah. There we call it as a transformation. Here we call it as a component.
Okay.
Shiva, you want to tell something? Shiva, you're on mute. Yeah, sure. Hi, Shiva. Chiranjeevi. Shiva, tell me.
If suppose we don't want some columns like if we have 12 columns, but we in the target table we only need 6 columns.
Okay.
But here we using 12 columns, right?
Yes.
But it costs the performance, right?
Yeah. See, for this scenario, I want all the columns. So if you, for your scenario, we have a component called column filter. Filter columns. Just put this component in between these two transformations. I mean, two components like this. Now open this, go to edit schema. Now you just choose. So this is my source, but I don't want all the columns. I want only these columns. This is how you can choose. Or else, while reading the data from itself, I mean, yeah, if it is a file, then you have to do like this. Column filter you have to use.
Change schema from repository to built-in, right?
Yes. No, yeah. I will tell you everything. So, so you just guys do a practice on reading a file and loading the table. Reading a table and loading the file. So these things you just get familiar. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll start with the components log. Filter component is there, unique component is there, unite component is there, and we'll start with that particular components. So then we'll make it.
One last question. if you want to export and import this particular thing, I know you would be covering it, but I wanted to means in GitHub you might have some jobs. This is open source, right? So I want to get some jobs from there, or I want to import and
right click, go to job design. Okay, select the particular job and say right click on this, and there is export items.
Okay.
Export
so
items.
Export items, what it does,
Select that particular no, don't select this first one. Select archive file. Choose the folder where you want to export. Select this export. Select this export dependencies and just say finish. That's it. It will create a zip file. It will create a zip file. You can import it. The same way, if you want to import, select the job design, right click, and say import items.
Okay. So is there any resource on the web to have all the sample mappings and all this thing? Any?
No, that's what we don't have.
We don't have?
Yes.
Sorry?
I mean, while installing the Talend itself, we will give you some demo project or something. There you can see. Let me show you. Switch project. So here you have import button, right? Import. Okay, even if we didn't give a demo project also. Basically, he will give you some demo project. From there you can import. But he didn't give anything here. Okay, so this is the demo project. Yeah, this is demo project. Just click on this. You can see demo, data integration demos. Finish. You have software, right? So you basically will click on this create button, right? Create. The same way, just click on this demo project.
Okay.
Okay, demo project. You have already two projects. Two projects are there. If I say data integration demos, finish. Just give a demos or something. So it was importing all the jobs.
Oh, it's a lot of size, I guess, right? It's a big.
Lot of components are there. Again, all are simple. So we must need to know how to browse. That's it. Using Talend components is really easy.
No, comparing this like GitHub, open source, Java, Talend, you have a lot of projects in Java, open source projects. Like you have a lot of code in GitHub. But I've searched for Talend. I think I didn't find any jobs. I think the reason is maybe the size, right? When you are exporting, the size is a very big size.
It's 3 MB or 4 MB. That's it. Not more than that also.
Okay.
Sometimes in KB also. No, it's not more size and all. It's not big. 3 MB, 2 MB like that only. So just created a folder called demos. Open. The same way you can if you go here and then they will give you some examples and he will give you something, but you cannot run the jobs because you must need a source connection, target and all, right? Files and all. He will just show you how the job looks like and all. That's it.
Right.
Okay, guys. I have another session to catch up at 7 o'clock. Actually, it was delayed because of me only. So yeah, you
can help me out to fix the problem.
Sure. I think you'll be awake or you will be sleeping.
Well, I'm awake for another 2 hours. It's almost 10 right now.
Give me some 10 to 15 minutes.
And
I will call you on your mobile. I'll call you on WhatsApp mobile. Okay, mobile and WhatsApp. I will fix it today.
okay, when are you gonna call me, by the way?
Yep.
You call me in 10 to 15 minutes?
Yeah, max in 30 minutes.
All right, give me a call.
Yeah. Shiva.
Sorry, Mahesh.
Yeah, hi Shiva. So you want a software, right? You want
I can do that.
okay,
No problems.
fine. What about Chiranjeevi? Chiranjeevi, do you want a software?
Yeah, actually I'm having the data integration 5.4 version.
Okay.
Like I'm a little bit confused about this. I'm seeing Talend opens to be for big data. Which
Okay.
one I have to?
No, both are same. Both are same. No worries. Big data Talend Open Studio for big data is nothing but it has some big data components. That's it. You can download it. Just
version between 5.4 and 5.6 is there any major difference or it's in both the same?
yeah, there are few components added.
Okay, better I can install the 5.6, correct?
Yes, 5.6.1.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Mahesh, how many days it will?
Yeah. Tell me.
Is it 1 month course or something?
25 hours.
25 hours.
Yes.
Only weekdays or weekends?
No, if you guys want a weekend, I'm ready to stretch on weekend also.
But firstly, Saturday, Sunday or?
Saturday, Sunday are optional. Like if you guys need, I will be there. Or else, no worries. Because I'm ready. I'm ready to give. I'm ready to take a class, but you guys should be ready, right? Mostly Saturday, Sundays, no one will come for class. That's the reason I'm saying.
No.
And Mahesh, in this training itself, you are teaching like in the deployment steps and the process also.
Open Studio, I'm teaching.
Okay, I mean like in suppose development and UAT and production, like a deployment variant processes.
Yeah. That one I will tell you. Yeah, the real time, right? How the code moves
Yeah,
from
yes.
dev to That one I'll be covering.
Okay. And Mahesh, one more question. Like in this is the related to that. How much the market jobs relevant to this talent?
Market jobs means okay. They were
Like
asking about
in
the openings.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so in US itself, there is a I think you guys from here only, right? India only, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, correct.
in India itself, we have openings for 4+ experience, 3 to 4, not less than.
Okay.
3 to 4 means the overall experience is 3 to 4. In that, they are looking for
Mm-hmm.
talent like 1 or 2 years of experience in talent. So basically, they are looking for the
Okay.
senior guys, those who are having
Uh-huh.
what we call those who have knowledge on uh, when this software industry, ETL background or software industry.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from this, they are looking for some 1 or 2 years of experience in talent. And see,
Okay.
recently there are number of openings from last 1.5 year, 2 years. There are number of openings in Hyderabad itself. We have around 40+ companies using talent.
Oh,
In that,
okay.
United Health Group is there, Infosys is there, big companies like United Health Group is there, Infosys is there, Tech Mahindra is there
Mm-hmm.
in Hyderabad itself. Apart from this, there are small companies. There are around 30 to 35 companies.
Okay.
Myself, I just trained a lot of companies here, like what you call uh, corporate training kind of things. So they are all using talent,
Oh,
right? So they
yes,
are
correct.
getting projects. So they are only asking, even they are asking for us for the candidates, because they're not getting candidates outside. Again,
Yes, correct.
really simple thing I can say is like uh, if you learn talent properly, your career will be good, because there is no competition. Okay, there is
Okay.
no competition
Okay.
outside. So if you learn, you will be getting a job. But calls wise, you will be getting very less calls when compared to informatic and all. You will be getting a bit less calls. But only one call is enough to only one call is enough to get the job.
Okay. And Mahesh, like in this is saying like in Talend Open Studio with big data, like in any big data, the basic knowledge is required to working with the big data while using this Talend.
Big data, right? Yeah, big data.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the companies are moving to. Companies are trying to load the data into the big data.
Okay. And this is the only one tool I can say as the for the big data transformations.
No.
No, not only this tool.
No.
There are a number of tools in the market, but Talend is
Okay.
one among them, which is best across all these ETL tools.
Even Pentaho
Okay.
information.
Yeah, Pentaho is there, Informatica is
Hey,
there.
Mahesh.
Yeah.
Hey, Mahesh, don't forget to share the recording in Google Drive.
Yeah. I will do that.
Yeah, and I'm waiting. So give me a call after 30 minutes. Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
This needs to be fixed. Thanks.
Yeah.
So Mahesh.
Yeah. Tell me, Rajendra.
So recordings I'm not getting it. So
Yeah,
can you
yesterday
send me the?
I didn't send. I just forget actually.
Okay.
There's a
Can
continuous
you?
classes. No, I just forget. I will
Because
send.
it's a GUI, right? GUI I have to see and again I have to do replicate
Ha.
whatever.
Yes. I will share. I will share today.
Okay.
So,
And another thing is you are saying the other person was asking her deployment procedure in the environment, right? You said you will going to explain. So is it like only theory or
theory only. The deployment will take. If you want a client server deployment, it will take around 5 to 6 hours. So
but no,
Huh.
it means practically can we do that with the Open Studio?
No. Open Studio you cannot.
Right. So, but how do you want to do if it is practically with?
No, that's what.
You
I
have
didn't have experience. I just sat with this sysadmin guys. So while doing, I just saw that. I have a PDF. That's have clear instructions how to install, what is this and all. So I will share that
so you
PPT. I will
have
share that
SVN
PDF.
repository,
Ha
SVN repository.
ha.
Yeah,
That's what
Mahesh.
I
So
have that PDF. I'll share you.
we want an explanation on that because I think that's where like you means in interview also they will ask that, right? SVN repository in
If you say
enterprise.
that you are worked on enterprise version, then only they'll ask. If you say that I worked on Open Studio, they won't ask.
Okay.
No worries. I will explain that also.
But is it possible to get a temporary license somewhere?
That's what. Only 1 month. 1 month license will be provided.
And that gets expired and
That will get expired. And again, you have to create one more user, and you can get one more license like that.
so with that license we can install actually, right? The SVN everything can be done.
Yes.
So did you do that or?
No.
So why
That's
can't
what.
you show?
I
Why
never.
can't you show? Why can't you show the trial 1 month means basically like if you that is
That's
will
what
be
I.
great.
I never get a chance. No one asks you to do that in a companies because there will be admin team. That guys will take care of it. So that's the reason I didn't learn it.
Yeah.
Whenever we
See
require,
here
we'll just simply raise a request.
they expect a lot in Bay Area means it's not like just if you know development means I think it really the talent is short of people. If you're good in development you will get a job, but I think experience wise if you have a lot of experience they expect a lot, so that's where
No. Installation
I
and all
need
is
to,
really easy. No worries about it. Okay. You
not
don't think it's.
installation only, architecture wise also it's not just the installation part.
Architecture. I will tell you. I will tell you.
Okay.
Architecture I will be covering. I will be covering.
The architecture when I say it's like parallel processing, right? Where it's a data thing, you have to do a job in parallel. So that 30-day license, why don't we means I'll do a start. Can you help me? Like if with any questions and you have some kind of a help from your system admin also, right? So I will start it. Can you help me in that? Like I want to install the enterprise edition also, like for the 30-day trial.
Okay. Yeah. So for that, I think you need a Linux box.
Yeah, I have a Linux box, so you need to tell me like what means if you send me a document like what else to be installed, what things, then I can really try because I have a Linux box.
I'm sending right away.
Oh, okay, great. So you cleared the developer certification, right, from Talend?
Huh.
So there you, I saw this thing course. They are asking something related to the job administration, things like
That
that,
is
right? Even
enterprise
in
edition.
so how means how do how how can I clear that exam if I have to with Open Studio? I cannot, right?
No, that's what. Yeah, you cannot.
Okay.
That's real time actually. That even if you learn course, you cannot do that. You have to do a practice. I mean, you have to work. Then only you will. So there is a lot of
Okay.
what do you call experience questions are there. It's not like
Okay.
learning course and you cannot do it. So there are like
Okay.
real time experience. They will ask like what you will do with this particular uh, uh, scenario. Like that, scenario wise questions will be there in that.
Okay.
So this is the
Yeah.
1 second. Let me share this first to you. So uh, Raj Kumar, right? Your mail ID, Raj RH.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you have any Gmail ID?
Uh,
Shiva,
I
ping
don't.
your email ID. Okay.
I don't have it. I'm not using that.
So okay, Raj Kumar, right? Raj Kumar.
I just give you a mate.
Yeah, Raj Kumar 8, right? This one, right?
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sending it right away.
Okay.
Send. So it properly won't share with Yahoo Mails. No worries. You can import it. I send you. So this is the document
Okay.
5.6.2. Talent
Okay.
admin server 5.6.2. Big data install guide. Linux platform.
Okay.
So it have clear instructions.
So
So
you were involved in that install? How?
no, I just
Yeah.
started. I just started this. After that, I just hand over it to admin people because it's they required in a very short time. My company. So they asked us to
Is
stop
it
and
like
give it.
complex or is it like a pretty? It's like
Now,
doable.
if you are good with Linux and this installation things and all, then you will be easy. It will be easy. I doesn't have this experience on this installation of other softwares and all. So admins
Okay.
basically they will have experience on these installations and all, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
Okay.
they can easily handle. They know the errors while coming while installing. They may face some errors. They know what to do with that error and all.
Okay.
So I'm not sure on that. That's the reason. So just do it. Just try to do it. Let's see.
Good.
If you
Okay.
face anything, just send me a mail. You have my mail ID, right? Just send it.
Uh, and
Okay.
Mahesh, actually, why we are going with this Linux box, and actually we are as well as we are having the Windows.
Hmm.
And what point of time we are go with that Linux
No,
for the talent?
I have that document. That's it. For Windows also there will be a document.
Okay, it means like in company wise, which they can be they can be prefer either Windows or Linux. So as
Mostly
well,
mostly servers and all they will install in Linux only.
is there any particular reason the Linux box?
Nothing. That is a security reason is there performance wise. That's it. Not more than that.
Okay. Actually, I never chance to work with that Linux, and
Not required.
and
Not required. Not required. Don't see. You are not going to install anything in value after you moving to the company. Okay, you are not going to write any SQ. I mean Linux script and all. No worries. No
okay,
worries.
those people are differ as a developers.
Yeah,
Developer kind of is develop that
developers
one.
always works on Windows. Remember, you always work on
Okay.
Windows. You just need one tool where you can see the data available in that particular Linux box. If you want to drag and drop, okay, that and all you can do with Linux box. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I will tell that. I will tell that how to handle the Linux box, and I will tell that.
Okay. And Mahesh, could you please share this software 5.6 version? Actually, I installed 5.4 only.
Mm-hmm. Are you installed it?
Yeah, 5.4.
I mean, I just extract, right? Only extract, right?
Don't just actually I opened as you were given the demo, no? Like that I am also opened the
Like,
Talend Open Studio for data integration like that.
okay, the same way. I'll show you the software now. 1 second. It's Shiva, right?
Yeah,
No, it's
Chiranjeevi.
yeah, correct.
1 second. Chiranjeevi, ping your mail ID here.
Yeah.
and to me also. Yeah.
Five dot 6.1 is fine. Don't go for 2. On 5.6.1 is fine.
Okay.
5.6.1, yes. I sent Chiranjeevi. You'll be getting a mail. Just click
Yep.
on this link. It will be downloaded.
Mahesh,
Oh,
Yeah, hello.
thanks, Mahesh.
Shiva here.
Yeah, tell me, Shiva.
Send me the software links to me.
Oh, sorry. I thought you already have, right? That's the reason I didn't send. Okay, I'll send you now. It's not link. I have software with me. I will send you the software. You can download directly from my Google Drive. Shiva, this one, right? No, this one.
S_.
Yes underscore, right? Yes. 1 second. Yes underscore. This one, right? Marlapati. Send. Done. Oh. Invitation to.
Mahesh, that the Talend Linux installation to my Yahoo account is not working. Gmail, I sent you the Gmail one. If you can do that, please.
Okay. Shiva, can you check your email ID once? Okay, it's Yahoo. Okay. Send.
We'll share my Gmail account. Right?
Yeah, please do that. You created Gmail, Rajendra? Send Rajkumar. Hello.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Okay, fine. So I will send you this recorded session after the session. Okay, you guys will be getting that.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we'll meet tomorrow. The same link on same day, same time. You guys try to do a practice on this. I mean the basic things, and we'll start from tomorrow. The real part. Okay. Yeah. Bye to everyone.
Yeah, thanks, Mahesh.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.